Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live at the raw, the rare, the real, the one and only, the tried and true, the original, Bloom from Within Love. I go by Bloomy. Anything that you all need to know about me should be listed in the description box. To all of my returning viewers and subscribers that are of divine love and light energy, I just want to say, hey, love and light back out to you. I'm hoping and wishing you well, sending you positive vibes. I appreciate your positive vibes, whether they were by a thought, whether you left a pleasant comment, whether you shared it, subscribed, or even connected with me personally. I just want to say I appreciate you all, okay? You high vibers are a part of my why, okay? My why behind my what, why I keep going, why I'm here, why I do what I do. So I just want to say thank you to the newbies that are being divinely guided. I just want to say welcome. And I invite you to not only look at the description box, but go to my YouTube homepage, and I invite you to play with it over there. Look at the various playlists that's been created, as well as the recommendations that of other creators that I have listed over there for you all, okay? Now, I don't want to say this is not a reading. This is about me telling more about my story. My story is connected to my path and is connected to what I do with Bloom from Within Love. And it's ever unfolding. I think I'm going to come back and share the link into this video of a reader that I love her accent and I love what she do. But she had one reading today that I looked at that was so on point to my life journey, and my story, and the truth about my family. So this may resonate with you, collective, as I share my story, okay? This is to help vindicate and validate not only my own life, okay, my own inner child, my own life, but also those of you who are very similar to me or on some type of a similar path and journey, okay? So that you're receiving the confirmation that you need in some way, if this is resonating with you, that, yeah, it wasn't in your head. No, you're not crazy. And yeah, it's a real thing. And yeah, your own family members and bloodline could be a part of Dark Witch Covens. And this could be something that's been repeated lifetime after lifetime on a soul level. You guys have heard me mention about karmic family, whoever. They're usually people from other lifetimes, okay, that follow us in different lifetimes, and they're supposed to be learning lessons. Divine beings were supposed to be learning lessons, right? So though in this life they may be blood relatives, but the soul's journeys, this is ancient. They, some of these people are karmics, and they have been doing the same thing over and over again, trying to target divine beings. And so in this lifetime, they could have come in the form of family, okay? And the truth of the matter is, this exists. This is the thing. In my case, my family has been able to hide a lot of this stuff through religion. So, they go about professing Christianity. They go to church, some of them, claiming salvation, right? They wear the outfit and the uniform and have all of the artifacts. They create private profiles proclaiming to be innocent, proclaiming that the things that I'm saying aren't true. And they're hiding it. Start asking the question, why is it hidden? If they're so innocent, then why is it hidden? If they're so innocent, then why is it private? if they're so innocent to everything that I'm saying, then why is it a secret or private profile or something that they're trying to hide? Okay? Or something that, you see what I'm saying? Hopefully folks start catching a clue. If you're so innocent, why aren't you publicly doing it? Why are you putting a private setting on it? Why is it hidden? That's one clue, okay? Here's the thing. My mother, my sisters, my nieces, maybe even my father, right? But the head honcho, I'm gonna say, was probably through my sister, okay? Getting connected, some kind of a dark witch circle, creating a circle. And what did they do? They try to play with my Akashic records. They try to erase, play with my DNA, play with my energy. They try to steal, okay, my destiny or one of my soul, my energy, right? This is a real thing. And what I want to invite you all to do, now for those of you that are resonating with this, you already know what I'm talking about, okay? But others, learn how to have a mind and a brain of your own and learn how to do your own due diligence in these types of matters and anything in life, okay? Understanding that you came here with a program like everybody else, and so chances are you're regurgitating shit that's probably ain't even real. So learn how to be investigative. So my family has been doing rituals on me. They didn't want me to know my lineage, my royal lineage, my connection, my destiny. This has been done for a long time. My older sister is one of my most ancient karmics. So lifetime after lifetime, she has been doing this over and over again. But they are creating fake profiles, trying to act innocent. They're trying to project their toxicity, their crazy onto me. Because see, I'm open, I'm public because I don't have anything to hide. I'm open, I'm public because I stand and speak the truth, right? But they're trying to create these social groups and profiles and things of that nature, trying to proclaim that it's not true, it's in my head, and I'm making it up, or all sorts of stuff. But it's truth. They are receiving karma as I speak that they're trying very diligently to hide. Okay? So they not only did they do death rituals, they try to hack my dreams, they did it with my son, all sorts of shit that you would never think one's own family line would do. But see, again, I have to reiterate to you all, this is one of the greatest strategies of all time for folks like that to use. They carnate in these ways because it gives them easier access, you see. And it's harder for one to believe and swallow. And so it gives them, a little bit of an edge in a sense that most folks don't want to believe that this is something that their own bloodline is capable of. Right? Not only that, it also helps them further perpetuate their illusion to the world that, oh my God, they're tripping, they're crazy, I would never. And people who are asleep and don't have any real spirituality, I don't care if they're at church every day of the week, okay? But if they're 3D based, they don't have no real sense of understanding of things beyond this 3D physicality, then they'll fall for it. They'll believe it. And so this is another reason why they typically carnate eventually into the family bloodline to try to steal. These are karmic thieves that go around lifetime after lifetime, trying to steal inheritances, trying to get the energy and soul of divine beings, trying to sacrifice them off, trying to replace them, right? They do this lifetime after lifetime. This is why their penalties get more severe, because they were to be learning the lessons about that, right? They were to be learning the lesson of becoming people of integrity, not doing dark magic, not, being sneaky, not trying to come against divine royal beings. I know my bloodline now. And when I say my bloodline, I'm talking about my soul. Because my family in the blood, they don't share my lineage. They only share this physicality, but they're cursed. Their souls are cursed for repeating history and repeating lifetime after lifetime, an attempt to do divination on a divine being, an attempt to hack the life of a divine being, an attempt to steal, an attempt to hurt, harm, or kill, or project their toxicity. Like I said, it's kind of sickening, the obsessions these people have. Okay, and they're delusional. And they project this disillusionment on their personal Patreon or, Facebook, Instagram, on a private setting, and whatever it is that they do, as they watch me and they go and create, they copy and they go and create, and then they go to try to play innocent. They go try to mimic my energy, and then they go try to proclaim their false innocence. Oh, I don't believe, she's just gone, we were never. Yes, they are dark witches. And when I'm saying dark, I'm not referring to complexion. And there are more of these folks in church than you would ever imagine. So my family has been doing this, like I said. This was even long. This stuff was happening in childhood. Okay. This is some old ancient shit. Okay. They didn't want me to know. It got amplified when I started awakening and when I started standing up for myself. When I started standing up for myself and awakening, and they realized that, yeah, she will actually say some shit. So that pissed them off. And so they really went and commenced to say, we're going to really do some spells and get a group together, and going to hire, degenerate spellcaster over here and degenerate spellcaster over there. Okay. This is a true thing, guys. This is why I'm always guiding you all. Learn how to be a person of depth. Learn how to be an individual. Learn how to journey. Learn how to read and sense energy. Learn how to look past labels, appearances, rituals. Because karmics are professional and masters of disguise. This is what they have been doing lifetime after lifetime. Okay? And they appeal to people's weaknesses. They appeal to people's brokenness. They appeal to people's Achilles heel. They appeal to the wounds of individuals. This is why they trauma bond a lot. Okay, this is why they brainwash. This is how they get their flying monkeys. Okay? So they wanted me in the dark, right? To all of this is happening. They wanted me to not know what was going on and why certain things started happening to me, why certain things started happening to my son. They were hacking my son. I already told you guys about this. They were hacking my son. They were trying to cause chaos and conflict between me and my son. They wanted me to be so burdened down and tired for by being a caretaker of my son for the shit that they were doing, right? They wanted me to look a certain way. They partnered with Divine Masculine. Okay. They were researching and studying this stuff long before I was fully aware of any of this. Okay. It was all a plot, a plan, and a scheme. And then they create their profiles and go and say, it's not true. Collective, you may have a similar story, but here's where it's getting good. Because as I was listening to this reader, she really, explained what these people's demise is. But it's as we continue to heal. And I see why my guides wouldn't allow, though I had the power to go and face each and every one of them and rip them some horrible. I had the power, the means, but she brought out in the reading how the spirit guides and the ancient ones, the ancestors, are like, don't, you want to speak your truth. You want to stand up for yourself. You want to defend yourself. This is a part of it. Okay. You do want to do that. But she was saying how, like, don't even, their karma is inevitable. Their bad karma is so inevitable in this lifetime and in every plane. So if they were playing with the dream state, they're playing in the ethers, whatever it is that they have done and been doing, okay, their bad karma is inevitable. So she was like, the ancestors are like, don't even feed these dark souls empty individuals disguised as humans, disguised as loving family members. She said they don't even deserve it. They're going to get, she said, the way she put it, she's like, they're going to get their just desserts for their malicious, heinous ways. Okay. It's as we continue our journey, though. So she mentioned something about clearing and cleansing your energy, getting in nature, right? Tapping into your Akashic records, tapping into, connected to your higher vibrational ancestors, the royal lineage. In my case, she mentioned the royal lineage of Egyptian lineage, okay? And I knew this. I knew it. She mentioned the connection to Bast. And when I say my lineage, again, let me explain. See, folks are very 3D. They think that I'm talking about me as Brandy carnated into this carnation. That is not what I'm referencing. I'm talking about my soul lineage, my soul's journey. And well, my blood in a sense, yeah, but my soul's journey, my soul's lineage is royal. So this is why they try to condition me very, very early. This is why the bullying, this is why the triangulation, this is why the scapegoating, this is why the narcissism. They're karmics, and they have done this over and over again. So they are only doing what they have been programmed and conditioned to do over and over again. And unfortunately for them, they haven't grabbed the lesson that they were supposed to be learning many lifetimes ago. So I want to say this. If you guys are on platforms or groups connected to my family, whoever comes on here at some point, depending on who you are, I'm going to say this. If you're an innocent bystander and not karmic, because I have to add that, because they come in clusters. I really do, because I believe that my mother and my oldest sister, I believe that in a previous life they were either siblings or they were friends, or so I feel like sometimes they come in clusters. Okay. Which is why, there's that loyalty, that toxic loyalty, or, whatever you want to call it, that soul pattern. So if you're not one of these individuals, okay, all I'm going to tell you is do yourself a favor. Get out of there. Do yourself a favor, get out of there. Chances are they're doing some kind of rituals and spells on you, whether you're aware of this or not, to keep you under some illusion. But ask yourself and ask your guides or whatever you resonate with to help you to learn how to gauge energy and discern. And I'm telling you this for your own good. Because their bad karma in this life is inevitable. And it's not going to only hit them. It's going to hit what's close to them. And people aren't going to know why. And they're going to try to project this stuff onto me, of course. But this is going to backfire. People aren't going to know why all of a sudden it seems like challenges are happening. All of a sudden people are dying. All of a sudden, it's going to be happening. So I'm sharing this for you. Because the ancestors aren't going to stop. And it's a part of it, whatever they touch, whatever's close to them. And it's because of their refusal. It's because of them trying to keep things in the dark, them stealing, being karmic thieves, them trying to play on my energy, them trying to switch souls. Like I said, my older sister, so desperate and dizzy, wanting to be me. This is not just this lifetime. This is a soul thing. This is a soul thing. So badly. And unfortunately, partnering up with divine masculine in his distortion, right? To do this dark shit, this blood rituals. They did blood rituals, you guys, on me, on my son. I already told you guys he sent death. They tried to sacrifice us. They tried to put hits out on us. So that's why I'll be telling people, I don't want no association with you if you're associated with them. Because if you're believing for one moment that I would make up this type of stuff, then yeah, chances are I don't want nothing to do with you anyway. Okay? If you believe for one moment that I would go that far to make up all this stuff, then you're just as disillusioned as they are, and you need to stay connected to them and sit with what they're going to receive. It is a reason I disconnected from my family. They are toxic, narcissistic abusers, and they're liars, and they're dark witches. And they have always been envious and jealous. They've always been trying to find ways that Cinderella stuff that's true. They want to go buy wigs that look like mine. And this stuff is not in a positive pop star kind of way. This is because they're trying to copy and mimic me, and they're karmics. So I've called judgment, and I invite you to do the same. I'm going to share the link to the reading of the reader that's connected to what I'm sharing with you all here after I'm done. Okay? I invite you to do the same. Call judgment, work with your ancestors and guides, but then if your guidance is not, to like go cuss them out or beat them up or whatever, like the guidance is really to not go there. Even though some of you may want to, rightfully so, because how dare they? How sick can you get? How sick can you be to do some shit like that? And then pretend, right? This is when you got sick minds. You're dealing with people with sick minds. That's not even gone. That's not even there. They're sold. They're gone. Because they do secretly do this stuff in groups, but then they create public, or should I say private Patreons or private, Instafake and Facebook, groups and because they're cowardly. They can't do it publicly. They can't do it publicly. This should give people a clue right there. Because they know they're going to be called out. So they have to do it in that type of a way. So they have been stealing my ideas, you guys. They have been stealing, pirating my content. I already told you guys, they use me and my son's information. They've been doing this stuff. I got stories about this though. And didn't think nothing of it. And the irony is, if I had been that way, if I would have just, gotten a hold of their personal information and just used some shit because I felt entitled to use some shit, they would be having bitch fits. They would have had bitch fits, the apocalypse. How dare you use our personal information without our, approval? But see, isn't it that narcissistic, entitled energy? I can do it to you, but you can't do it to me. Right? I have a right to violate you, but you don't have a right to violate me back. Right? So I'm letting you guys know now. My family are a part of secret societies, dark witch covens. Period. It started with kitchen magic and went on and on and on and beyond. They got mad because I was willing to speak my truth. They got mad because I called it like I saw it, like it was. That I wasn't going to stand for mistreatment, that I was going to stand up for myself and my son. And every time that I did that, that made them angry and got them more and more into strategy mode to try to end me. They are cyber stalking me, cyber bullying me. I do have proofs of that. They were the ones that was reporting my videos constantly on TikTok. They were a part of it. I mean, because I have many karmics. So they were the main ones that were doing it. They were paying people to do it. They were paying people in church or religious circles to do it, thinking that they were doing something for God. It backfired. Any people with this kind of mind, you guys, should be a clue to some of you out there that something is wrong with these people. And I don't care what their illusions are. They're karmics. Okay? They're cursed with the curse for trying to fuck with a divine being's life and path. Divines, do your research. Keep clearing and cleansing your energy the best you know how. Keep asking help for that, right? Whatever rituals you do, mantras, as you wake, as you go to sleep, your dream state, okay? Whatever you're feeling divinely guided, it can be listening to things at night or playing certain frequencies at night as you go to sleep. Whatever it is you feel guided to, okay? And then almost handing it over to the ancestors and source to execute fully. But do your part and call the judgment. Do your part in whatever way they're guiding you to the best of your ability, and watch. You may not see it. See, this is a part of why I do the dailies, the daily dose. My heart's desire is to share the daily dose of bad karma to vindicate you all and your inner childs, right? Letting you all know that even though these people are trying to hide it, or you may not be in proximity to see it all in the 3D, so that you all will know that you can bet your bottom dollar they're going to get their asses whooped on every plane that they fucked with you. Okay? On every plane they fucked with you. If it was your sacral chakra, whatever chakras, if it was your kid, if it was your money, if it was your business, whatever way they fucked with you. Okay? Your friendships, your partnerships, your stability, whatever the things these people did, they are going to eat it. And whoever is delusional enough to partner with them, hide them, lie for them, cover for them, are going to equally eat it. Because that's going to be their lot. For repeatedly trying to protect a thief. For repeatedly trying to cover for a narcissist. For repeatedly trying to cover for a liar. For repeatedly, they're going to receive that as well. All the energy that they put out to you, death, sickness, whatever the attacks were, they're going to eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it, I promise you. But the judgment must be called. And also I want to add, I just heard acceptance. See, for many years and for a long time, I didn't want to believe or accept that that was even a thing or that it was possible. Okay? I didn't. To me, I was like, no. I mean, I went through those changes like anybody else. Like, no, sure, my family's dysfunctional, but they're not, they ain't that going, are they? Yeah, they are. And as I look back on my interactions with them, it makes sense. Now that I've been separated from them long enough, while I've been doing my healing work, it makes sense now. While it was always these cold interactions, no warmth there. Why it was always like this fake care, like they did shit for me, but it was like that toxic, communal, narcissistic, mommy dearest energy. Why they were never supportive, why their presence wasn't ever really there. Why it always seemed like they had these evil, weird glares. I remember one of the last times that I was at my sister's, I would say, well, one of the last times, not the last time, but this is around the time I think my youngest niece was graduating from high school. And so her family, her dad's family had come up and all of that. And my mom had come down and all of that. And me and my son went. And it's like they wanted me around to try to so-called rub shit in my face, or to so-called, like, it's an energy when people want you around, but they want you to feel isolated. They want you around, but they don't want you to feel loved and appreciated. They want you around, but they don't value you. So I was there, and, they were all doing their thing. And so I was, just, walking about. I really didn't want to be there, but I went, right? Because they always expected people to show up to their shit, but boy, they can't really show up for you. So, my youngest nieces, or actually, should I say, my two youngest nieces, their auntie, or what is the relation? I want to say it was their grandmother's sister, on their father's side. Their grandmother's sister on their father's side. She was there, and she was sitting at this table. And I was sitting there, and she was just being nice and kind and talking to me and everything like that. And I got up, and I think I went and got her a piece of cake or something. I was like, here, would you like some cake or some shit like that? And we just started talking, and, it was just a pleasant conversation. And she was also sharing, oddly enough, she was sharing about, like, if people are evil and wicked, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of funny as I look back. She was like, when people are just evil and wicked, you know what I'm saying? They're going to get it back. And I was like, yeah, oddly enough, that was the conversation. But then my younger sister, she had this look in her eyes, and here she come. She was walking over there all slithery to kind of come be a part of it. It's like, what are you talking about? Why are you talking to her? Why are you, you know what I'm saying? They were not interested in fellowshipping, right? But see, that's that energy. That's that narcissistic energy, right? What are they talking about? Why are you over here? You know what I'm saying? Not wanting people to fellowship with me, not wanting people to be kind to me because they're unkind. Right? I remember that. And that's just one incident. But my family disguised all of this stuff in communal narcissism. Oh, we helped her out. We gave her $1,000. We did this. We did that. We let her live here. We did this. But they don't tell all of the sabotagery shit that they were doing to try to make my life difficult. They don't tell the motivation behind what they were doing. They don't tell how they spoke to me and the things that they said. They don't tell that part. They don't tell about the kindnesses I extended to them for years. They don't tell that. They tried to make like I was the one that got to Vegas and then something happened. And the truth is, my older sister got to Vegas and something happened. They were already toxic to begin with. They were already karmic to begin with. They were already wishing ill to begin with. They didn't like that I had an ability to be independent. They didn't like that I didn't need their energy. So they tried to use their positions. Well, we gave her this and we helped that, trying to perpetuate this image. They didn't tell the stories of what I did and what I gave. They don't tell the stories of how codependent they really are, who they're sleeping with for money, the laws that they were breaking, the social security numbers they were purchasing, the people they were fucking to get shit. But yet, they tried to perpetuate an image of me. When it comes to them, then the story is, oh, everybody needs some help and support. But when it was me, it was, oh, she can't get her life together. And every last one of them have been codependent on energy. Boyfriends and husbands, secret lovers, illegal activity. The entire time to have what they had and to be where they were at. I had went on a journey alone and on my own and was no longer operating from those toxic places. So I was no longer manipulating people. I was no longer hooking up with people to be my bill payer. I was no longer breaking any laws to get through and get by. So I had to go through humble beginnings and cleansing and clearing because of it. My sister sabotaged. The whole thing was set up. If the credit gets fucked up, it's going to be difficult for her to find any stability. It's simple math. If her and her son's credit is fucked up, it's going to be difficult to get any stability. She's a single mom. She's got to take care of her child. So they were hoping by exhaustion to either try to prove that I was unfit or, some kind of devastation. That was all a part of the plan. And if you believe for one moment that this ain't true, then may God have mercy on your soul. Because it means that you have bought into the illusion and in the spell. And so chances are you're next. Because if they were able to convince you and get you riled up to come against me, this should have been your clue that something was wrong with them. So they tried to target the fact that I was on this different journey, the shit that they play with themselves, but in a dark way. They call dark entities, energies, frequencies, beings that bow now because of my royal image and healing and transforming. But these are the very people that are in a Reiki circle. If it ain't, traditional church, if that's not the, means in which they're trying to hide their toxicity and act like they're pure, innocent beings and of God. I'm telling you guys now, they're not. They're of God in a sense of the God of this earth, toxic devil energy attachments. Disguised in going to church and singing a song and crosses around their neck. But I'm telling you right now, they're not. They're evil, wicked. And it's some old ancient wicked. They've been doing this lifetime after lifetime. This is why the hell they have to pay us in this lifetime and on all planes. Because it's not the first go around that they've been doing this. Their soul, they may not fully know. Their soul, though, this has been the depravity of their soul. If it ain't that, you guys, if they're not in that kind of arena, then like I said, then they're at a Reiki circle. They got a Reiki group. They got a Reiki somebody, and they fucked up. They energy harvest. They put spells on the people. They copy and they try to act like they're innocent. They have to do this shit privately because they're guilty. Oh. Because they're guilty. I'm public because I'm not. You got to be sneaky when you're guilty. You got to create a private group when you're guilty. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with private groups. So I'm not saying all private groups are. But I'm talking about most people who have private groups, they also have public. Okay? And they don't have it on a private setting or anything like that. They're not trying to hide their true identity or anything like that. They usually have a private section for those who want something a little bit more and invasive. And so, you know, people to pay into something more private so that the energy is clearer and things of that nature. But they equally have something public revealing who they are and what they do. So it should be clues when these people don't. They're trying to say that I am the dark witch, but they are the dark witches. And I don't care what pastor, preacher, prayer person, whoever they manage to believe them. Hell, I don't care if they are the pastor, preacher, teacher, because see, this is what I'm saying. This stuff is more prevalent in church than most want to believe. The secret societies, the rituals, all that is black magic. This is why Yeshua, true Christ consciousness, true Christ energy, consciousness, who he was, Christ consciousness is appalled. Because this is a program that was created under the guise of him to get people disillusioned, controlled, bound to bad habits, mindless, and participating in shit that would end up in their demise or stagnating their own lives, keeping them stuck and keeping them asleep. And 30, 40 years have gone by and they wonder why there's been no movement. Yet they have been faithful to Church A, Church B. Because it ain't real. It's an illusion and it's a toxic addiction and attachment. It's actually the shit that they call of satanic, that's actually satanic. Luciferian. It's not divine. Divines do not violate beings. Divines aren't bullies. Divines don't cyberstalk people. Divines don't willingly, intentionally, for no reason, go about proclaiming wicked shit over people's lives all because they're different than you. Divines stand up for themselves and defend themselves, and they're right. Yes, my family are a group of dark witches, and they're connected to some. And they're all gonna fry. Unfortunately, children are affected. And I'm letting you guys know this now. This is not, I'm letting y'all know straight up. I'm giving you the heads up right now. This ain't my fault. It's theirs. So if you are witnessing or seeing some things happening, you need to understand it's their fault. And I don't care what kind of a song and dance they done gave you. You need to hear me. You need to understand. If you're witnessing this, it's their fault. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with what they try to do to me. It has everything to do with what they have done and been doing to me, to my son, to my business. So if you guys are around and you're seeing that certain things are starting to happen to these folks, and they're trying to say it's because of me, I'm letting you know it's because of them. They were thieves. They stole from me and my son. They tried to kill us. They tried to set us up. They tried to set me up. They tried to keep things hidden from me. They tried to fuck with my head. They tried to fuck with my dream space. So when you guys see hellfire break loose in these people's lives, and it is, remember what I told you. Eventually, the day of reckoning comes for everybody. Remember what I told you. They put out all this toxic energy and just didn't expect to ever have to receive it back. So if people start getting sick, people start dying, or people start losing shit, it ain't just life. For them, it's directly correlated and connected to what they did, what they wished upon me, what they participated in, what they invested in. And this is everyone that's collaborating with them. Everyone who sat back passively, everyone who hung out with them and partied with them and knew that they were up to toxic fuck shit. Every last one of these individuals. These covens, these altars, these vigils, these voodoo dolls, all of this stuff is going to start being, first and foremost, they're going to be exposed. They're going to be seen for people who actually do it and who actually did it on their own. But worse yet, all of these altars, these vigils, these talismans, these voodoo dolls, these chants, these incantations, the practitioners, my family, and anyone who collaborated, they themselves will be the receivers of everything they put on them altars. Everything they put on them voodoo dolls, everything they put on parchment paper, everything they did with candle magic, honey jar spells, skull spells, freezer spells, moon magic, water magic, mirror magic. Any and everything that they have invested in, their smear campaigns, their gang stalking, their bounty hunting, they're going to be the receivers. So it is with you, collective, if this is the same thing. They targeted your kids, then it's their children. They hacked your children, then theirs. They tried to sacrifice yours, then theirs. They fuck with your work, then theirs. Your business, then theirs. Your reputation, then theirs. Your physicality, then theirs. Your love life, then theirs. Your destiny, then theirs. So I'm telling you now, if you know me or you know my family, unless you're coming to me with truth, apology, there's really nothing for us to discuss. I'm just letting you know, unless you're coming with pure heart, sincere intent, unless you're coming with confessions of truths, because if you were part of it or if you knew about it, if you knew they fucked so-and-so and they did this and they did that, unless you're coming to me with that truth or that apology, then don't bother, because I already know that you are, chances are, a part of their fuck shit. So I'm not going to deal with you anyway. Okay? If you believe the shit that they're saying about me, you need to stay away from me as well. And woe unto you. That's all I got to say. Don't blame me as you start seeing certain things decline, because it has nothing to do with me. I put out the warnings, I put out the truths, and it's up to individuals to learn how to have a mind of their own, think on their own, learn how to read, engage energy, and do their own due diligence. I can't do that part for no one. That's something that we have to do for ourselves. I've been having a lot of dreams about people of my past, from school age, from drill team, to family, lovers. A lot of people are in the receiving end of some bad karma. Because first and foremost, they listened to my toxic family. They supported it. They believed. And so now the universe is about to help them see something. Collective, I just want to send you, if you're one of my high vibers, I want to send you this love and light sincerely. And I'm going to do everything that I can to follow my higher guidance, to provide goodies for you guys, to not only provide the vindication with the daily dose, but, you know, healing sessions and things of that nature. And I'm infusing codes in there to fry to no end every one of my karmic family members and anyone that they collaborate with, and any other of my karmics for that matter, that attempt to infiltrate my platforms to try to use it or curse it or pirate it in some kind of way. And I'm asking my guides and ancestors to ensure this, so that you all are still able, my high vibers, you all are still able to get the goodies, that's going to help you on your paths, support you on your paths for me. But also to ensure that your karmics that's following you like thirsty zombies, that's following you around, your doppelgangers, your copycatters, that it goes into an adverse effect, that it does not benefit them, because this is meant for people who are divine. It's meant for people who are sincere. It's meant for people who are truly healing and awakening and trying to transform their lives. It's not here to assist people who are just trying to pretend to be that are going about trying to steal because they don't want to heal, or they fucking capped out and don't want to continue to work in order to get more downloads of their own. It's not meant for them. And I don't care if they got 125,000 followers, subscribers. So I'm putting intention and asking my team for any karmic energy in me, on behalf of the collective, on behalf of myself, that has willfully and intentionally and continually doing that kind of shit, that there's instant karmic ramification to them as they do it. And that you all, myself and you all, are buffered, protected, and shielded, okay? And supported on your journey, okay? I'm wishing you all well. I'm sending you love and light. I thought I would do something different. I hadn't come on live on YouTube in a minute, so I thought I would come on live just to do a little discussion about my story, my truth, exposing more truths about my people and what they do to try to fuck with my head and to try to make me appear crazy, and what they're doing in secret, in the dark, and them collaborating with divine masculine and those degenerates of his friends and family, and all those Vegas zombies, and baby mamas and all that, baby daddies, baby mamas, sisters, nieces, brothers. There'll be a day, collective, hear me out. There will be a day and an hour on my behalf and on yours where these people are going to wish they were not born, because they will receive their just desserts.